Hello, everybody. Welcome back to this feedback session, the one about unit number 11, which is called exploration. As you could see, the objective is to check out the activities done last week by giving the proper feedback. So here we go, people. Remember that the first exercise was a planet quiz, and here you have got the answers. Number one says Venus. The definition is letter E. It's the second planet from the sun, the hottest planet with the longest day. Look at that. Number two says Earth, our planet. That is letter H. It's the third planet from the sun. It has got one moon and liquid water on its surface, right? Number three says Uranus. That is I. It's the seventh planet from the sun, sorry. It's made of rock and ice, and it has got lots of moons. Number four says Jupiter, that is letter G. It's the largest planet with 4 large moons. Very interesting. Number five, Neptune. That is letter D. It's a gas planet, the eighth planet, from the sun, and the coldest one. Then we have Mercury. That is letter A. It's a small rocky planet and the closest planet to the sun, as you could see in the picture below. Then number 7 is Saturn, and that is letter C. It's a gas planet and it has got the largest rings, okay? Then number 8, Mars, that is letter B. It is known as the red planet and it's the 4th planet from the sun. So finally, number 9, Pluto, that is letter F. It was discovered in 1930 and is called a dwarf planet. What is that? Look at the definition. A dwarf planet, it's a planetary mass object that is neither a planet nor a natural satellite. In other words, very simple, it is a small planet, okay? That is the definition for Pluto. Let's see, let's continue. Vocabulary section, we are going to see the definition of those words. Number 1, aircraft, that is letter B. Number 2 says strapped, that is letter A, right? As you could see in the picture, in Spanish, this is like atado a una correa, okay? Or something very similar to that. Number 3, tie down, that is letter C, right? Which is very similar to strapped, amarrado o atado, okay? Number 4, it says weightlessness. This is the case of letter E, right? Be careful with that. In my definitions, I've got the following. In Spanish is ingravidez, right? Remember that I'm not an expert of physics, right? You could ask your other teachers. But in very simple words, it's the effect that astronauts feel when they are out of Earth, right? In this case, they are like floating, right? So that is the effect of that word. I repeat, for more information, please ask your physics teachers. Number 5 is dawn, and that is letter D. In Spanish, amanecer. Let's continue. Next part. 6 says freeze-dried. That is letter G. Comida disecada. Perdón, deshidratada. That is the best concept. Number 7, no more explanation. That is letter I, right? Number 8, launch. Letter H, right? Despegue in this case. Number 9, damp cloth. That corresponds to letter F. That is like trapo, paño, húmedo, okay? And number 10, disposable clothes, letter J. In this part, it is like I don't remember. Yeah, ropa desechable. That is disposable. Let's continue. Remember that you were supposed to read the text very comprehensively. You got the audios on the platform, right? Because I'm not going to read the complete text. And there are two activities for that. The first one was a true or false section. And remember that you were supposed to justify the full answers. For example, number one says the International Space Station has a special chair called the 5DF. Be careful with that because that is false. The chair, in this case, it is used in a special training aircraft on Earth and not outside of it. Okay, because the question says the International Space Station. That means outside the Earth. Okay, so that is the reason that it is false, because we use these chairs on Earth to train, in this case, astronauts. Number two, that is true. Astronauts have to do a lot of exercise every day to keep fit because of the effects of zero gravity on their bodies. All right. Number three says the crew wake up at dawn every day. And it is false because in the text it says that there are many dawns every day in space. I don't remember how many times, but we are going to see that in the text later. Number four says astronauts eat just the same kind of food as they would eat on Earth. That is completely false because in the text it says that astronauts eat freeze-dried food, adding water to it. So in general words, on Earth we do not eat freeze-dried food. So it is a little bit different in this case. Number five, it is false again. The astronauts, the statement says, the astronauts are very busy on the space station and do not have any free time. So that is false because in the text it says they are busy, they had a lot of activities to do, but they have their free time. All right? And number six, it is important to be able to get on well with your classmates, right? To have good relationships, that is to get on well, if you work on a space station. And that is absolutely true, all right? Because they share very small spaces. Let's see, final activity. In this part, you were supposed to circle the structure is or are plus a verb, all right? So here you got all the examples, and remember that this is the content for the unit, which is passive voice. Actually, all these examples are the ones related to passive voice. And remember that the objective of the unit is to contrast with active voice. But as you can see, those are all the examples with this extractor. Let's have a look at some of them. For example, at the beginning it says, astronauts are trained. Los astronautas son entrenados. So that is an example of passive voice. Then we have they are put into an aircraft. Second example. They are also strapped. That is example number three. There is a word in the middle, right? Also. And then we have in 0G, everything is in the station is tied down. That is another example. Astronauts are held. That is another. Then we have tools are kept in their pockets. We have also, so 2 hours a day are spent on exercise. Gym astronauts are strapped. That is another example. Then in the routine section, it says, so work and sleep is organized. All the crew are woken up. Another example. A lot of the food is freeze-dried, so water is added. Another one. And soup and drinks are drugged in this case. Next section, it says, a sleeping bag which is strapped to the wall. In the section of work, at the beginning it says the space station is cleaned by the crew every day. Another example, a lot of machinery is needed. Then we have t-shirts and tracksuits are worn on the space station. Next part, it says water. Water is precious and isn't used. That is one example in the negative form, okay? Because at the moment, we have seen only affirmative examples, but we can also make negative ones. It also says all food containers are crushed. That is one example. And then the second, all food containers are thrown away. Disposable clothes are worn. All the water is brought from earth. Some water is taken from the air. Then we have it is purified, one example, and then it is used for drinking. Air is used to flush the toilet. Very interesting. And astronauts' urine is recycled. Look at that. Finally, this is the final example. In Team Spirit session, it says, on a space mission, astronauts are locked up in a small place with 3 or 6 crewmates from different countries. Very interesting information. So please, if you didn't take all the examples, please freeze the video, right? And then you are going to complete in your copybooks. People, these were the activities that you were assigned for. Remember to make everything in your copybooks, in your books. Please do not send me the activities. That is not necessary at the moment. So bye-bye and have a nice day.